Oh boy, it is so nice just to be able to sit back on deadline day, relax with a nice cup of tea, and just enjoy the... What the hell is that flying towards the fan? Oh my god, it's a massive piece of... The proverbial has really hit the fan here at Finch Farm this deadline day, with Chelsea coming in with a £35 million bid for Gylfi Sigurdsson. Now, reports suggest Aussie villain rejected the bid immediately, outraging the player. Now, this encouraged Chelsea to come back in with an improved £40 million bid, forcing Aussie villain into a desperate search for a replacement. Now, with Gylfi off to Stamford Bridge, it remains to be seen if a replacement can indeed be found before the deadline closes. Hi guys, I'm Aussie Villain. Welcome to episode 21 of our first star challenge with Everton. And as you just heard, it has been absolute chaos here at Everton since last episode. You'll see here, we'll start with the transfers. There is a lot of youngsters we've sent out on loan, but two have gone out permanently. The first is Joe Williams. We've sent him off to South Korea. Attribute-wise, he's quite good. I used to play as a ball-winning midfielder. And what he'd do is he'd win the ball back, give it away, and then win it back again. So it wasn't really working. So we sold him 6.5 million, rose him to 8, and we have replaced him very, very well. Then, as you've just heard, deadline day, the major out, and I didn't want this to happen, certainly not now. Gylfi Sigurdsson has left the club. He's gone to Chelsea, 33 million, rising to 41.5 million. You basically heard everything. Chelsea came in deadline day with a bid for him and Tom Davies as well, actually, but Tom Davies just wasn't leaving. Came in for a bid for him, and I said no. And then Gylfi kicked off, and then I thought... oh crap, this is £40 million for a 30-year-old player. This is going to have to happen now, isn't it? So we had to sell him. We did manage to get a replacement. Let's look at these two replacements. First of all, Wilmer Barrios, a very, very good defensive player, midfield player from Boca Juniors in Argentina. We can see we signed him he had an 8.5 million release clause, so that was good. We've essentially almost broken even between him and Joe Williams. We can see here he's got the aggression and the bravery and the anticipation, but he's got the tackling, the marking, the positioning, the teamwork, the work rate, and his vision. He's not a bad passer of the ball either, so it's all there. He's got good stamina as well, good natural fitness, so he'll run all day. I think as sort of an anchor man or a defensive midfielder in front of the back four, I think he'll do a really, really good job for us. And we're paying him 52 grand a week, so we're not having to overpay for him either. And the other one we bought in, this is Gylfi's replacement that we did scramble in. Now, we paid £31.5 million for him. That was his release fee. We didn't have time to sort of be negotiating and stuffing around. I just went in. This guy was at Dortmund. He had a release fee. We've signed him. I actually think long term he's going to be as good, if not better than. He's 5-star potential, but you can see already passing of 15. Vision of 17, which is good. He's got good natural flair as well. First touch is good. Technique is good. I think we've landed on our feet here somewhat. I think we're going to have a short-term drop-off for this season, which is annoying because we have the Champions League knockout stages coming up, and we now have a young player that hasn't played in the team before. But I think long-term, it might actually work out for us. Because if we go to compare players, I should be able to... Can we get Gylfi up? Okay, what we'll do is we'll go to Gylfi and compare. Just bear with me while we do this, and we go compare to Sergio Gomez. And you can see... so Gylfi's in the green, Gomez is in the blue. Mentally, defending, and physically, Gylfi has it for now, but Gomez is young, that can still improve. But sort of speed, vision, attacking is dead even, technique is Sergio as well. And given that he will still improve, and Gylfi was going to start declining just because, that's what happens when you turn 30, believe me, I know. I actually think we've done okay, and we have learned. And look at the wage difference too. Gylfi's on 100 grand a week, 35 grand a week, so we're saving some money there as well. And on sort of the fees right now, we actually made a bit of a profit. Gylfi, we sold him for 33 up front, and you can see we signed for 31.5 up front for Gomez. So let me know what you think of the transfers. Bear in mind, I said this was deadline day, and it had to happen quick. I just basically found a player that had the release fee that was interested, and that's what happened. But I think we've done okay. Now, if we look at the games that have happened since last episode, and it's been a little bit of a mixed bag, to be honest. FA Cup, we did get through to the next round where we played Manchester United, but we played Hull City at home, and it was a slow start. They actually took the lead, but Calvert-Lewin got us level for half-time. Then Mina and Henry Onyekuru, I'm not sure how you pronounce that. 2 goals in a minute there, basically, to get the win for us. You can see... match stats, player ratings, everything suggests we were the better team, and that was the case, and we did deserve to win that game. Then we played my boys, Aston Villa, and this was a game that we absolutely dominated and should have won by so much more. Look at those match ratings, or match stats, I should say. Lookman got the goal in the end, 13th minute, and we just couldn't score again. Davies, Selke, he's just gone into one of these little spells again where he's not really scoring. Which is a problem, and it became a bigger problem against West Ham when it is untrue how we did not win this game. I do not understand how we didn't win this game. Again, it's absolute domination. They've had one shot. It was an absolute worldie, and Lucas Perez has blasted in the 84th minute. Michael Keane got our goal from a set piece, as you would imagine. But again, you can see the match ratings. Although dominating the game, the players themselves didn't actually play that well. And again, Davies, Selke's just gone off the boil. Which again is a problem because we have the Champions League coming up this episode, because we play Huddersfield up first in the league. We'll look at the league table in just a second, and then it's Juventus in the first knockout round of the Champions League. That's going to be absolutely massive at home. Can we keep a clean sheet? Well, time will tell when. Let's have a quick look at the league table, and we will see that we are in 6th. We're just starting to drop a few too many points to teams that are outside of this sort of top 8 battle for the title, and we're allowing the likes of Manchester City to get away a little bit now. Like I say, I'm not completely convinced a title bid is on the cards this year, but we do want to try and get back into this Champions League, don't we? We're only 2 points off that right now, with a game in hand, but Newcastle's there as well. It's very, very tight. So let's have a look at the team we're sending out to play Huddersfield, because this is a game that we absolutely have to win. And it is, bear in mind, we have Juventus coming up in 3 days, so that has impacted this this selection. So it's Pickford in goal. It's Robertson, Mina, Holding and Coleman as a back four. Now the good news is Coleman's back from injury. You can see barely fit, but back from injury. We also have back from injury Bernard, unfit, but back from injury, and Drinkwater, unfit and back from injury. And as you'll see on the right wing, Walcott, back from injury and more fit. He's been back for a little bit longer. He's had a game in on the 23s. So it's Davies in Bergen midfield, Walcott, Vlasic and Lookman in behind Calvert-Lewin. This is a must-win game. And of course there will be a goals of the month after the Juventus game as well, so that is worth sticking around for. You can see we're matching up man for man here. I don't know what to say. I think let's go out there, relax. I think we might be just starting to feel a little bit of pressure. Especially against these sorts of teams that we should be beating, because we haven't really been playing. We haven't been finishing chances. We're creating chances, as you've seen from the match stats. And so I sometimes think that not taking chances is a sign that players are nervous and anxious, and there's a lot of pressure on them. So we'll try speaking to them calmly here and see if we get any sort of reaction from that. Rob Holding, whose contract was up at the end of this year, and I kind of had half an eye on maybe signing him permanently because he has been so good. But he signed a pre-contract to go off to Spain, I think it is. Can we see by looking at this? I want to say it was Levante, Celta Vigo. It's annoying that we can't sign English players before their contracts are up. I don't understand why we can't do that, but we can't. And that's just how it is. So he's gone off to Spain. We'll be in 9th minute here. Can we nick this, please? And let's go the other end and get ourselves a goal. We are sitting a little bit deeper against Huddersfield because they do like to knock balls over the top. A lot of their key passes are sort of from the central centre-backs. So with that in mind, we're sitting a little bit deeper. I mean, you can see that here, that we're doing that. I thought Robertson was putting that in his own net then. Come on, boys. Let's get this away, please. This is starting to make me nervous now. This highlight needs to end. Or continue. Come on, Vlasic. What can he do? Vlasic, he's going to be the replacement for Sigurdsson this year. But it's Josh Davies! There it is, 1-0. Tom Davies running in late, as the box-to-box midfielder should, and puts us in front. 1-0. That is lovely, lovely stuff. Vlasic, he'll basically come in this year to play in place of Sigurdsson when we play in number 10. The reason he's playing this game and not against Juventus is, my plan against Juventus is to play like an anchor man in Barrios, and then 2 others in midfield, which I'm thinking will actually be Morrow and Gomez, to be honest. Or Gomez maybe, and one other. I haven't really decided yet who else is going to be in midfield. But that's sort of the plan. I think we need to try and keep it tight against Juventus at home, and then we can kind of see where we are for the second leg. If we can get away with, let's demand more here, without conceding an away goal. I always, you get a goal then in Juventus, and it's party time, isn't it? So that's kind of my plan, but let's not worry too much about that now. I'm tempted with Bernard back to play him against Juventus. I don't think I'm going to do that in the first leg because I'm not necessarily looking for goals in the first leg. And I think that we can play Richarlison out there and he'll do a decent enough job for us. Alright, let's see what we can do here. Goal kick, lobbed up, headed in by Berg. Oh, Robertson can't quite win that. Come on, boys. Can we win that, please? No, we cannot. It's a little bit too much space there. We're not marking the men like we should be. Headed clear by Rob Holding, and it's still there for us. I'm actually not liking this deeper line, although let's see if they get through. I don't like sitting back and just letting teams sort of try and pass around us. Although it's Huddersfield, and they we should be able to hold it out, but these, they're still Premier League players. They will eventually find a way through, won't they? We need to push up. Oh, off the post. What we need to we'll need to push up, and we'll go standard. We won't go high just because we know that they are going to try and lob one over the top. So they had Josh King up top, and he is pacey, 18 pace. So that's why we were protecting against that, but maybe we're overprotecting against it. All right, let's get to the break at 1-0, and we'll take that. We can reassess. What do we say? I mean, we really haven't been good, have we? Maybe just a calm. I'm far from pleased. Coleman isn't fit. We may not get the 90 minutes out of him. We do have Holgate on the bench, though, who can play over there. And then we're going to have to go with John Joe Kenny against Juventus, which isn't ideal. I will give you that. But we need to get Coleman match fit. And that's a good tackle from Tom Davies. What a game he's having. We need to get Coleman match fit. And this was as good a game as any. Here's Vlagic from a free kick. It's ambitious. I'll tell you what, it's going to be there for Calvert-Lewin. Can he square his offside? Surely, yeah. We'll get him match fit for this one. Then we can always use him then in the second leg at Turin, at Juventus. We're just not quite... This is what we've been like lately. We're not quite kicking on. We've got the goal. We're not dominating as we have done. That is a decent save, is it, over the bar? We're just not quite kicking on. Another ball into the box, headed away. It's just a matter of time right now, isn't it? Oh, I don't want to do this. I wonder if we stay like that and just stay more compact, so they can't pass through us. That way, they might have to go over the top. We might just be giving them a little bit too much space in between our lines right now. So we'll try this, see if that works. We'll give this a demand more. We've got some good performances in midfield. Walcott's not match fit, so it's no real surprise that he's struggling a little bit. We don't really have any... I mean, there's players we could tweak things around, but he's more match fit than some others, so let's just leave that for now. Let's try to show some passion, maybe. Is that what's lacking? Maybe it is. All right, Pickford with the goal kick. Out for Mina. Back for Pickford. Let's look over here. No, he goes long for Calvert-Lewin. Gets the flick on, but there's nobody there. I'm wondering, do we go 2 up top, take Vlagic off, or play him as a he can play as a striker, so I wonder if we push him up alongside Calvert-Lewin. I just feel right now this is just a matter of time. They're passing the ball. It seems like every highlight is just Huddersfield outside our 18-yard box passing the ball. And that is making me just a tad nervous right now. I'm wondering if we go distribute to the flanks and just go maybe hit early crosses maybe. Let's maybe work the ball into the box. I wonder, actually, that might be because we're having enough of the ball. I'm wondering if we're not being patient. They're being patient, aren't they? And that's maybe why they're getting highlights. Show some passion again. It's not a great game, is it? It's really not. But if we can get the 3 points, then that's massive. And it's not the sort of the strongest team we could play either. We might take Davies off on the booking, and let's bring. I don't know who to bring on. Do we bring Barrios on? Just play him as a destroyer in there. Ball-winning midfielder on defend. There we go. Let's maybe just start and close this down. We'll play for set pieces. We'll be more time wasty. Do I hit pause then? No. It's one of these, isn't it? It's not a classic, but have we done enough? We've got 90 minutes out of Coleman, it looks like, as well. Got 10 seconds to go. This is going to be it. Get that away, boys. Get that away. Jesus. It's alright. It's fine. It's fine. It's an unconvincing 1-0 win against relegation-threatened Huddersfield. What better performance could you want to take into Juventus away? No, we're at home to them, aren't we? Juventus at home. That was a little bit of a let-off. I think we were fortunate there. Let me know what you think in the comments. But like I say, not a classic, but we got the job done. Half our squad is being looked at by Gareth Southgate, so that's good to see. And if we look at what that's done to the league table, up into third, we're not playing well, but we're still up there. And I mean, that is, they always say if you're not playing well and winning, then that's a good sign. So it must be a good sign. Wait there, guys. We'll be back for Juventus. Alright, welcome back. This is massive, isn't it? Champions League, first knockout round, first leg, at home to Juventus. They are favourites, and probably rightly so. Let's have a look at the team that we're sending out and see what we can do. We're going a little bit more cautious at home, just trying to keep the clean sheet if we possibly can. So it's Pickford in goal, Digne, Stark, Keane and Kenny as the back four. Barrios comes in as an anchor man just to try and protect that back four from counter-attacks. Davies, and again, Sergio Gomez comes in because he can play in midfield much better than Vlasic. Not ideal that he makes his first start in this sort of game, though. Richarlison and Lookman, they provide the width. Selke up top, hopefully to start banging in the goals again. And we do have Bernard on the bench, should we need him. Alright, we can see the way they're lining up, and looks a little bit like a squirrel there, Ronaldo, doesn't he? Yeah, so it's more or less man for man. They have more attacking wing-backs, though, so no doubt they'll be trying to get those guys forward. What do we say to this? I think, is it calm or is it passionate? What can we say with some passion here? Show me what you can do to keep our run going. Our run isn't great. Let's give the fans something to cheer today. Let's do it for the Evertonians. Some calm, we have faith. And, yeah, it wasn't the best, was it? Alright, good luck, everybody. And here we go. It's Everton fans, excited for this one. I'm excited for this one. It's one of these where I think my head says we're going to lose, but my heart says, come on, we can do this. So let's see. I'll take 0-0 right now, to be honest. If we can stop them scoring an away goal, go to Turin, and then if we nick one, then it's suddenly, Stark, well, you're going to give that away. I'm not quite sure why Higuain decided he wasn't going to continue to challenge for that. All right, it's interesting to see how Barrios and Gomez get on. Like I say, it's not ideal that they are playing their first games or first starts for the club in this sort of situation, but they're good players. They're going to be big players for us. Here's Tom Davies on a bit of a run for Richarlison. Can he lay it off? He can. Gomez! Oh, what a way to introduce yourself. That would have been a good save as well, to be fair, but what a strike from our new boy. Gomez now with the corner, knocks it in, back post, it's there. Where's Yerry Mina when you need him? He's on the, I don't think he's even on the bench. That's a dirty tackle, ref. Come on, that is at least a yellow card, surely. That's not a bad start, is it? We'll take that. Let's tell him to get creative here. Let's see what that does. Doesn't look like too much. Diego Costa can cross the ball, we know that. Can we win this back? We are playing a high line against them. Just to try and keep them away from goal. But what we also do is we're really compact. You'll see, like, we're really not trying not to give them space to play in midfield. We're trying to make them go over our heads. That may come back to bite us, but that's kind of the plan. Good overlapping run. Lookman's gone with him, though. It's across to the back post and headed over by Ronaldo. I am relatively happy, though, to be fair. I'm disappointed to lose Gylfi Sigurdsson, but I'm pretty happy with the way that the squad's shaping up now. We're getting some good young players in, 5-star potential, and these are the sorts of players that I think long-term will help us build towards a Champions League winning team. So over the next 2-3 years, I don't think we can win it this year, I'll be honest. I just don't. Here's Gomez, knocks it towards goal, just over the bar. Yeah, we're not there yet, are we? We're just not. I'd be really happy if we could just qualify for the go as far as we can. If we win it this year, we win it this year. But go as far as we can. But I really want to just make sure we get back into that top 4, back in the Champions League for next year, and just keep building up the finances. And then hopefully we'll get to the point where we don't have to sign potential players. We can sign sort of 1 or 2 stars that can win it for us. Lookman, that's a decent chance, but Szczesny has that. But the likes, I mean, he's not in the team this season, but like, for example, Nicola Morrow, really, really good midfield player, young. And my plan, there's a good ball for Tom Davies. Can he do it again? Oh, that looked like a kick of deflection, did it? Because I think this coming off season, I'm going to look to get rid of Schneiderlin, and I'm going to look to get rid of Theo Walcott. They're on too much money. They're getting old. Oh, we've dived in a little bit there. Ronaldo through for Higuain. No. It wasn't a final, so I thought he was going to score then. They haven't had a shot on target yet, but they really haven't done much to us, have they yet? Cue the onslaught, but it's difficult to be upset with how this is going. I'm absolutely thrilled. And here comes the Ronaldo wonder goal, does it? Oh, Michael Keane does well to chop him down there. Because have they been teammates at Manchester United? Keane might just be a little bit too young. Diego Costa off the bar again. The bar's been wonderful for us. And it's another Juventus highlight, it looks like. Can we nick this and go the other end? Looks like they're just starting to warm up now, doesn't it? They've given us a little bit of hope, and now they're here to squash it. Let's go and close down Dybala, please. Diego Costa, he's gone back out to Chiellini. Yeah, let's close him down. I don't know why a centre-back is that far forward. They're bouncing it around. Oh, there's going to be a goal here, isn't there? You can just see it coming. It's headed as Pickford. He saves it, and he saves it again. Jordan Pickford, get in, son. I think he's captain today, actually, because Tim Cahill, we're just putting him out to pasture quietly. Hurts my heart to have to do it, but he's a League 2 quality player now, according to the coaches. So, I can't really put a League 2 player in the Champions League. I mean, I can, and if we make the final, I almost definitely will. But let's not be silly here. We've got to get to the final first. All right, that is, as far as halves of football go, about as good as I think we could have hoped for. Now, as harsh as this is going to sound, no, I'm going to say, what can we say? Unlucky. The match ratings aren't great. I'm gonna be harsh. I'm gonna say I'm not happy. We can't be happy if we're not winning. That's my logic. We'll tell Tom Davies not to get himself sent off. We have stressed out Richarlison there. Hopefully he'll bounce back from that. Everything else there is fine. Hopefully, as I said, that isn't a harsh team talk, but ultimately we've played okay, but we haven't scored. Neither have they, to be fair, but let's get creative here. Apprehensive and nervous, that's maybe not what we wanted. Davies Selke, I don't think he's had a chance. I think that probably explains his match rating. Tom Davies hasn't been great. Do we bring Sander Berg on for him? We have an advanced playmaker and a deep-lying playmaker. I don't hate that idea, actually. Let's do that. Sander Berg on here. Deep-lying playmaker. Let's keep him on defend, though. We don't want too many men getting forward. At the end of the day, and it's important to remember this, a 0-0 draw for us is... it's almost better than like a 2-1 win, to be honest. Alright, here we go. Selke with the ball for Kenny. We need Selke in the middle, really, don't we? It's come down for Sergio Gomez! The new boy's popped up. First goal for the club. And that is wonderful stuff. We've taken the lead to Juventus. We've taken the lead. What a goal that is. What a signing he is. Who needs Gylfi? Gylfi who? Look at this. A decent cross in. What a touch that is. Sergio Gomez. The goalkeeping is absolutely shocking. But what a touch from Sergio Gomez. What a goal. We're 1-0 up. We're 1-0 up. Let's give it a concentrate. Let's make sure we don't get excited. Nervous and apprehensive again. That's fine. That's fine. Dybala stands over a free kick. Pickford's there. It's not the most convincing save. But Sander Berg will clean up the mess. And can we go on the counter-attack here, actually? Richarlison picks up that clearance. Sander Berg up for Gomez. Pops it in for Kenny. And that's the end of the highlight. Wow, this is really, really good. And it's not undeserved. They've had more of the ball, granted. A lot more of the ball. You'd even say we barely touched the ball. But when we have touched it, we're looking okay here, aren't we? Let's show some passion. Come on, boys. Oh, no, it's Dybala. This is very central. This is a good... Oh, it's there. John Joe Kenny, well done. We're fired up for this one now. The highlight does continue, though, which is a little bit troublesome. Oh, no, he's offside. Cue the Ronaldo whinge, but that's alright. Oh, they're consulting VAR. Surely it was offside. Surely it was offside. Look at him. He's a mile offside. No need to look at VAR there. If it was any other player in the world, except for maybe Messi, they wouldn't have even checked that. Alright, let's... Richarlison's on a booking. Not particularly playing well. Let's bring Bernard on. Give him a little bit of match time as well. This is showboating, isn't it? We're using the Champions League round of 16 against Juventus to get match fitness. Alright, let's just give this a tighten up when we can. We're not even going to get a chance. This is it. This is it. It's what, 20 seconds to go. Barrios. I've got to say, we haven't seen much of him, but I think Barrios has done a really good job because they've done absolutely nothing. And that is, I think, down mostly to Barrios just shutting out in front of the back four there. And Sergio Gomez, I mean, what a goal that was. They've gone long again. It's Ronaldo. John Joe Kenny again. Is offside, and that is surely it, boys. What a result! What a result that is. We've kept a clean sheet, that was really what I wanted, and the new boy Sergio Gomez has gone and nicked the game for us as well. Wow, that is alright. So we've got to say, don't get complacent. First and foremost. That is amazing. Let me know what you think in the comments, guys. I'm sure everybody, you can only be happy with that. You can only be happy. That is just amazing. Really, really, really good result, that one. Alright, guys, so just goals of the month to come. But that is it for today. If you have enjoyed that, and we've got, I mean, it's 2 1-0 wins. The first one was not great, but that second one, that's a thrilling 1-0 win, isn't it? If you have enjoyed that, please do hit thumbs up. It helps people find the channel. I'm immensely grateful for that. And if you are new, please do consider subscribing and ring the bell so you know when I upload new episodes, because we will be back on Thursday for the second leg. It'll be Manchester at home in the league, and that in itself is a massive game for in terms of, well, not just the league title, which I don't think we can get to, but we're there or thereabouts. But for the Champions League, it's a massive, massive game to qualify for next year, unless of course we go and win it, and we can take another step towards that when we go to Juventus in the second leg, clinging on to a 1-0 lead. If we get that away goal, who knows what could happen. But anyway, guys, until then, I've been Davies. Thank you so much for watching, and here are goals of the month for January. Take care.